Hi guys, and welcome back to the Wisdom Therapist. Today we're going to discuss the old ideas of luck versus hard work and how this thing can actually mess our mind. You know, the old belief is that the more I work hard, the luckier I get. This is a quote from one guy. I don't remember the name at the moment. So I think about that, and I've been digging some research, and I found that on one hand I found the research of people saying that like 80% of millionaires are first generation. Okay, that's at the moment, but let's look at the facts. Like $1 million, I've read that the average millionaire in the US is like a guy in the mid 50s, 60s, 70s, and that most of her money is in the real estate. So it's great, but it's like having bought a house when it was like 1k, 100k or 200k, and that then having it appreciate through inflationary forces, inflation and money supply, expansion of the money supply, getting it expanded. So it's like it's not worth more, but the money is worth less. So they are millionaires on paper, but not like millionaires like $1 million was 40 years ago. So it is a great achievement, but it's not like wow, having your life set in your 30s and then having the freedom to pursue your goals and whatever you want to achieve. Okay, so that's one thing, but it's not that like you need that, but it's a nice to have. Okay, that's a better way, a better belief to hold, because otherwise we can get too anxious to actually create something. And on the other hand, you have now the hustle culture, and in most ways, it's toxic. I see guys like Gary Vaynerchuk. I hope that. So like Gary, he inherited his business, and of course he made it okay, but he made a lot of money, I think. I don't know, I don't actually know the numbers, but I guess it's okay. And guys like him, it's difficult to overgeneralize from that, take it from his life and then putting it a whole our life. So that's that, and it becomes dangerous, because you start to believe that the more you achieve, the more you earn, the more you get, the worthier you are. So it is a double-edged sword. Why? Because when you have not, you become anxious. You need this to feel good enough. You need this to feel that you are enough and that you are worthy, etc. And that's a trap, because you never know. You can never satisfy that idea. There will never be enough. It's if you believe this, that the wealthier you are, the more valuable you are, then it's never going to end. For example, if you can have 1,000 units of worth, and let's say that you lose or buy something for 10 units, then you are, in this view, worth 10 units less, and so you can feel less. That's a problem, and that's fucked up. And on the other hand, if you believe this thing and you don't have it, then the problem is, of course, that you don't have it, and you will always feel less worthy or even unworthy of anything, because you are not rich enough, powerful enough, etc., etc., etc. So this, of course, Of course, you can choose what you want to believe, but these beliefs tend to create a hell of a life. It does not bring happiness, because it's never enough. And why put it like that? Like money is money, wealth is wealth, and your life is your life, and worth is worth. And that's an interesting topic, a tricky one maybe, but great one. And so on a recent study, I found that the opposite is actually true, that like 78% of first generation wealth is not first generation wealth, but it's actually in some ways inherited wealth. You know, it's could be genetic, so genetic predisposition, like if you're very good with people and you're a great organizer, great leader, you have a better chance of getting ahead in life. Or if you are, you know, like Chad, so tall, brown, dark man, you know, and charismatic, etc., and you get ahead in life, of course you will have a better life, you know. But this is not the average person, so it's not a great argument for that matter. And so when thinking about that, then you have the people that inherit their wealth. You know, it's not like that they got the company. Maybe they started as the CEO, etc., etc., etc. So we hear a lot of stories from rags to riches. Of course they are, but they are the exception to the rule. They are not the rule. So if there is a law of attraction, if there is a law that creates financial abundance in your life, I know that cognitive therapy can bring you a lot of good, great things in your life. I know that. I've experienced it myself, and you can see the difference in my life, like going from a little bit sad and feeling down to now that I'm feeling great. You can see that. I mean, in real time, it's like a couple of days, you know, I've been working on this stuff. And so maybe it's the way we believe about money, but because in love is something similar, you know. When you're actively searching for love, then you usually get rejected because you need it, you want it, you need it, and you choke the universe. But when you don't need it and you do it for fun, and you actually go about creating a great relationship with yourself first, then opportunities get plenty. There are a lot of opportunities in your life. So that's also something to think about. And so maybe when you're like a relationship, you tend to attract more. When you're happy with yourself, maybe you tend to attract more financial freedom. When you have better beliefs about money. So I'm going down this road. I've yet to find some great books about that, but I will start from scratch, and let's see where this brings me. And of course, you're welcome to follow. Okay, there is deer down there. So the way we believe is going to be the way we feel, and maybe this is something similar with money and financial abundance. The way we believe about money, and the more we let the universe come to us, the better. Also an interesting idea is from Sonia Livomirsky, the researcher of happiness, and she says that like writing for just 5 minutes a day about your future best self, how you want to be in the future, how you want to be seen in the future, how you want to actually grow out yourself in the future. That's one of the best ways. Interesting, yeah? And another idea comes from David Goggins, like creating the person that you want to become. Like the beliefs and life experiences has made you like the way you are. And if you're happy with that, great. But if you want to be something different, if you want to have a better life, emotionally, materially, etc., spiritually, the best way, I believe, until proven otherwise, is to change our beliefs. So one way to do it is we can actually work together. You can contact me and get an appointment. We can get it done. I can help you, and it will be my pleasure to help you, because this is one of my passion, one of my mission purposes in life. So it's a great thing to be in. And yeah, thinking about luck versus hard work. I mean, there's nothing wrong with hard work, but if you don't enjoy something that you are doing, it's like going uphill on a hill, you know. It's going to be a hard, difficult battle. But if you like what you do, then that could be like downhill. And in a way, I don't believe in hard work. I believe in working, of course. I don't believe in something magically manifesting. Maybe it is, I don't know yet. But on the other hand, I believe in the work that you are passionate about. I believe that you can achieve and you can do that, but it's like more like playing a video game, you know. It's like Dark Souls, a very, very hard and demanding video game, and you have to work at it, to beat it, to master it. But when you master it, it becomes a great, pleasurable journey, challenging but great. So the same is with life. I believe that we don't have to work hard, but that we have to play hard. Play hard like in the video game, and being a little less serious. Like I usually am a lot serious. I could be less serious. Usually I'm a fun guy to be around. So I have the sun shining in my face, and with this I will leave you for today, and you can look down there, a great view. I mean, it's a bit of luck, of course, being born here, you know. So until next time, all the best from the Wisdom Therapist, and remember to subscribe.